Now let us take you to an adventure that has history and mythology in making. Come with us to search the lost links of Ram Setu, mythical bridge that Lord Rama believed to have built. Our show Drishyam would take you to the uncharted territories, places you have never seen or heard of. We attempt to find lost parts of Ram Setu. Would we succeed? Let's watch. The southern tip of India, Dhanushkodi in Tamil Nadu, which stands as the biggest proof for our epic Ramayana with its symbol, the Ram Setu, is the same place from where our search began. Ripping through the wave of the Indian Ocean, we were heading in search of a physical proof of Lord Ram that no one had ever heard of before, let alone see it. We got the information about its presence from the ancient textbook of Valmiki Ramayana. According to the text of Valmiki Ramayana, during the construction of Ram Setu, some monkeys stood holding a thread 16 km long and 160 km wide. According to the written text of Ramayana, the Ram Setu is 1300 km long and 130 km wide. As per the holy scriptures of Ramayana, the first step on the bridge, or the Ram Setu as it is called, was taken by Lord Ram, whose footmarks were imprinted forever on the stones. So where are those footprints? That part of Ram Setu where Lord Rama's first imprints were formed. The present Ram Setu is only 45 kilometers long. So where is the remaining part of the Setu? In which part of the Indian Ocean does it exist? Is it on the surface of the ocean or in the seabed? Is it here that Lord Ram's footprints exist? We were going in search of replies to those unanswered questions in the name of map. All we carried with us were a few verses of Ramayana. We were going in search of replies to these unanswered questions. In the name of a map, all we carried with us were a few verses of Ramayana. But what drove us was a faith within, that if Ram Setu exists, then those footprints too will definitely be there. While on our journey, we suddenly encountered something. What was it? Footprints of Lord Ram? New remains of Ram Setu? Or something else? Let's look into the story from the beginning to understand what we saw, what we got. We reached Dhanushkodi in Rameshwaram with many confusions and questions in our minds. While reading a verse from the Ramayana, the lines that I recited from the Lanka Kand, according to the scriptures, the Lord Ram was on his way to attack Lanka, with his troop of monkeys. It was him who put his first step on the Ram Setu. It is believed that the moment Lord Ram put his foot on the Setu, it created a stir in the ocean and all the living beings inside started coming out. The belief is that at that moment, Lord Rama's footprints got imprinted on Ram Setu, the signs of which we can find even today if we search for it. But where will we find the Ram Setu that we see today between Dhanushkodi to Sri Lanka is only about 45 kilometers. But the Ram Setu, which is described in Ramayana, is 1600 kilometers long and 160 kilometers wide. So where is the part of that Ram Setu that today nobody knows about? Could we find it floating on any shore like it is seen in Dhanushkodi? If we are able to discover it, can we also get to see the footprints of Lord Ram? So let's begin our spatial journey to find the answers to all our questions. Our destination was that part of Ram Setu where Lord Ram put his first step and climbed the bridge. The remains of the Setu in Dhanushkodi is just the middle part of the bridge, whose length is only 45 kilometers. The original Ram Setu was much bigger in size than what we remains. Then we begin our search from where the story of Ram begins in Rameshwaram, means about 100 kilometers from Dhanushkodi, which is Devi Pattanam. It is believed that Lord Ram made his first halt here after he left Kishkinda. It is believed that Lord Ram performed prayers to all 9 planets at this very place. There are 2 beliefs associated with it. The first is related to the worship of ocean, and the second is related to rituals performed in honor of his dead father, King Dashrath. This place is Devi Pattanam, where it is believed that the Navagraha were established by Lord Ram, and also it is here that he evoked the Navagraha to appear and get rid of all evils. The Ram Setu that we can see is just a small part. I believe if we start searching, we can find a much larger part of the Setu. After worshipping the 9 planets in Devi Pattanam, Lord Ram headed to Dhanushkodi, which is 100 kilometers from here. Our next stoppage while on our journey to find the footprints was the place where Lord Ram had coronated Vibhishan, meaning Kodanda Ramar. Vibhishan came to seek shelter from Lord Ram at this very place. Before attacking Lanka, Pattabhishek of Vibhishan was performed at this very place. This is why the place has a special significance. We had only one purpose to come here. It is written in Ramayana. The work of building a bridge on the ocean started only after the arrival of Vibhishana. Maybe we can get some information from here.
Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Ram Ram, Jai Shri Ram.
Here we came across a rock from Ram Setu. People were worshipping it. It took us by surprise. Dhanushkodi, where the remains of Ram Setu exist, is 20 kilometers away from here, and it is here that the floating rock was found. Then how come so far away from the Setu did this stone reach here? The history of 15th century also tells the same. Ram Setu was a very large. People used to go to Sri Lanka on foot, but sea storm and geological disturbance destroyed a large part of it. 2 severe cyclones in 1480 and 1964 devastated the entire area of Ram Setu along with Dhanushkodi, located in the southern tip of the country. It is said that before 1480, people used to go to Mannar in Sri Lanka on foot via Dhanushkodi. But the storm caused the most damage to the remains of Ram Setu. Some parts broke and scattered into the ocean, and a large part drowned in the sea. Kodanda Ramar was also once a part of Ram Setu, but this was not our destination. Then this Baba appeared from nowhere as a ray of light in the darkness. He told us that we should go to Setu Karai.
Ram Setu, not here. This is started at Tirupulani near Setu Karai, Ramnath district.
बहुत दूर है
There, 65 kilometers about.
Okay.
from here. That is starting point, and going to Dhanushkodi via Hindu Mahasamudram, Indian Ocean, not this line. And then Dhanushkodi to Sri Lanka.
उधर जाने पे मिल जाएगा?
Right, okay, you can see.
We were hearing the name of Setu Karai for the first time. According to Baba, the first foundation stone of Ram Setu was laid here and the place was far from here. We were in Kodandarama, which was 20 kilometers away from Dhanushkodi. Now we had to go to Setu Karai, meaning 80 kilometers from Dhanushkodi. We were full of enthusiasm. Our morale was sky high. Perhaps a big discovery related to Ramayana was going to happen today. People also encouraged us.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle that such a big thing has been hidden so long. I would say that everybody should come at least see it and believe it from your own eyes.
Without any delay, we left to Setu Karai in search of that part of Ram Setu where the first footprints of Lord Rama were probably waiting for us even today. How do those marks look? How big are they? In what condition are they? We had no idea. All we knew is that it is mentioned in Valmiki's Ramayana. In Valmiki's Ramayana, Ram Setu was called Nal Setu. After the bridge was built, it was Lord Ram who put his first step on the Setu. It is said that these first footprints are still present in some parts of the bridge. And it is in search of those footprints that we were moving towards Setu Karai. We would take a break now, but coming up next, we reach the islands that were never seen before.